We were doing batting practice, and there are a number of members and staff fielding. Steve Scalise was on second base, and all of a sudden we heard a very loud shot.
Do we know where he's at? Do we know where he's at?
He's behind home plate. You call 911?
I assume people have been calling 911 already.
People didn't drop down with the first shot. People thought, well, they weren't sure what it was, but it did sound like a gunshot, and it was pretty loud and pretty close. But then after that, we heard a succession of shots, 5, 10, 15 shots in a row.
And I heard a bunch of what appeared to be shots. Pow, 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 pow.
The gunman was over by the third base dugout with a clear view of the field and everybody on it. And then all of a sudden, a couple more shots, and we knew what it was.
I did a marine low crawl and got behind the first base dugout to seek cover. That was my first step.
We heard shots fired. I went and called 911, and as I was on the phone with 911, I saw one woman running away from the scene at top speed, obviously in a panic.
We received a call of an active shooter. Shots fired at 0709, 9 minutes after 7 this morning.
First, the eyewitness said that he was shooting up in the air a couple times, and then he started shooting kind of 360 around. He thought he was shooting indiscriminately.
2 of our officers engaged in gunfire, return fire.
Seemed to be like return fire. Pop, 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 pop. I bet you there were 30 to 50 shots that I heard.
At that point, we decided to make a run for it, and he was hitting the dirt around us out in right field. So it was a risk to stay and a risk to go, but we chose to go ahead and make a run for it. We had to climb a couple more fences at that point to get out.
It was at least 10 minutes because we were applying pressure to one of the staffers was shot in the leg. We could see Steve Scalise out into the field. He dragged himself after he was shot from near second base about 10 or 15 yards into the field.
The guy been shot. Is he okay? Is anybody talking to him?
What we finally heard was the Capitol Hill police returning gunfire. And these guys were real heroes, and without them, I think everybody would have been killed.
I did see him being subdued by officers, face down on the pavement, handcuffs, knee in the back.
So finally, when we heard that the shooter was down, I just ran low out to Steve and started putting pressure on the wound.